Hi, Cuppa and card friends. Welcome back. It's Linda Z. It's that time to grab your favorite cuppa, grab your cards, and let's dive in. So today we are looking at the Two of Swords. Twos are about balance. And with the swords, this is about our thought, and this is about decision making. This is a crossroads, and this is about a decision from within. She's wearing a blindfold, sitting here peacefully trying to tune everything out. This is really about being torn between things and maybe the unwillingness to see the truth because you have that blindfold on. So let's look at some of the symbolism that we see here on the card. First off, we see that she is in gray. Well, it's supposed to really be grayish, gray. She's sitting on a gray throne or seat, and we have gray at her feet, and that is about neutrality and being neutral. She has her blindfold on. This is to stop all the distractions that are going on. We have the water back here, which is all of the emotions that we have. The rocks that we see here are obstacles that we must be faced. The moon, the crescent moon, is about growth and going through a cycle, but this is also a nod to the high priestess and using your intuition, going within and knowing your truth and knowing what it is that you need, what decision needs to be made. This is about making decisions and being fully aware of the consequences and using your mind and your intellect with your heart and intuition. But that's why we have all this water, our emotion. So let's take a look at the cards that we have. We have the Sun and Moon Tarot, the Light Seers Tarot, and the Artist Decoded Tarot. And I was just discussing this with someone on one of the Facebook groups that I will be posting all of these, all of the cards on, is how we can actually know what deck it is based on the backs of the cards. So my question to you is, are backs of cards important to you? Now, for me, it's not, because I don't spend a lot of time looking at the backs of the cards. I think they're pretty. Like this here with this mandala, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. And this with this negative imprint, so it can be used for reverse. The Light Seers one doesn't do anything for me, but what do you guys think? So let's look at the Sun and the Moon Tarot. Here we have a similar picture, but she's sitting on a pier, lots of emotion, lots of water, a few clouds in the sky. This is a beautiful card, and I love the artwork, and I love the image has no face. Sometimes for me, faces on cards can be distracting if they don't have a certain look or a face that I'm expecting, if that makes sense. So I love like Tarn Ellis's work with the Earth Woman Tarot. And this card is this is the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa DeCourt. Absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. So let's see what the guidebook says about this card. It says Two of Swords is about peace. Moon in Libra, repose, meditative spirit, decisiveness in making choices. Closed yoga pose shows avoidance of communication and the need for inner balance. Make a balanced choice between the two contradictory possibilities by finding the answer within. And I think that is really lovely. And again, I love this card. I love this deck. Here we have the Light Seers Tarot. And here we see her, we don't see swords. The birds are actually the swords. And you can see that they're pulling at her in all different directions. And we also see here she has a symbol or tattoo, and it's like a scale. It's a balance. So let's see what the Light Seers says about this. The Light Seer says, you know that feeling of not knowing. It's time to make a choice, and it may seem like you are between a rock and a hard place. If you can't decide which way to go, it's because you can't see the bigger picture yet. The Two of Swords is whispering that you must move in one direction. Close your eyes and listen to your internal guidance system for your map. If your intuition has fallen unusually silent, it's asking you to trust yourself and your ability to discern and decide. Even if blindness, you already know the best way forward. When you act, the future will reveal itself, and it will help to move you toward your dream. Have faith that the universe is serving you the right experience. At the crossroads of duality, your analysis and overthinking will just get you buried in the quicksand of a million possible endings. So find peace of mind by trusting your judgment. When blinded by the unknown, I can trust myself to move toward the light. And the last one we have is the Artist Decoded guidebook. And this is quite an unusual deck. This is all artwork. All of the images, you don't get to see a lot of faces in them. It's very abstract. But here we do see the two swords, and we see this figure standing between them. And the guidebook is pretty detailed in regards to this. It gives a lot of information. So let's see. And one thing that I do like in here, it gives you a thing about imagine. And it tells you something like a practice or something to do. So this card is all about the paradox of choice. The two swords represent indecision, a dilemma, or a stalemate. You may feel disoriented about a challenging decision or confused by conflicting or intrusive thoughts. This card encourages you to explore your analytical mind and thoroughly consider your options before committing to choice. And it goes on, because it's quite lengthy. It says, ultimately, this card is a motivating force for healthy analysis that will push you to act and find resolve. Remember, clarity often comes from acting and initiative, not just passively waiting for some magical unfoldment of time to be revealed. And this practice or something for journaling, it says, grab a piece of paper and a pen and set a timer for 2 minutes. Before you start the timer, connect to any space of uncertainty you may be feeling right now and create an intention to get clarity through this exercise. Hold the intention as you start the timer and let your mind run free as you create random series of dots all over the page. When the timer is up, take a few moments to look at any pattern that may have formed in the dots. Next, use your pen to connect the dots into coherent, abstract illustrations. It could be one great illustration or several. Perhaps some words may have emerged in the process as well. No matter how the art emerges, pay attention to the energy you sense as you make meaning from the chaos with your own unique creative process. And again, that is the Artist Decoded Tarot. And this is very, very interesting. It's one of those things that you can actually see this picture in a museum and just have to sit at it and look at it and see things that you just have to sit with it and feel it. I mean, you really just have to feel it. Let's see. These old eyes of mine. I mean, I'm looking at this card and, I see the swords, but is that a gun? And look at the colors, this red and passion and this yellow, and that's supposed to be sunny and happy, and you know how we move into the shading over here to the darker blues. And the two kinds of swords, like this almost looks like a samurai sword or an Asian sword. This one looks dull and it's bloodied, and this one looks sharper. So there's a lot to look into those. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to use the Light Seers as our tarot card of energy for the day. And we will ask Spirit, why is this here? So there's an unbalance. Okay. Well, that was fast. So why is this here? And how do we handle this? How do we handle this? Okay. Let me put this down. We have all these books over here from the guidebooks here. Okay, so why is this here? We have a lot of decisions. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is about luxury. We just went through the Pentacles suit not too long ago, and this is all about enjoying the fruits of our labor. This is a woman who has, again, lots of choices in what she could choose to do. This is a woman who has more than enough, and it's time to step back and enjoy all the things that you've accomplished. So how do we handle this? We have the Two of Pentacles. That's really, okay, so, and we have another two. So I find this really interesting. So we have the Two of Swords with the Two of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So that's really great. So here we see the twos are really about balance. So here we see her juggling these, and notice the difference. This is like a water container. This looks like energy or something of the earth, of some kind of energy ball. And she's juggling these two things. Here we have a decision that needs to be made and an imbalance. So she's trying to figure out what it is. So why is it here? It seems like this card is the one we have to figure out. Why is it here? So it's something that you want to do, want to buy. Is it something that you might be feeling guilty of buying? Or, you know, it doesn't have to be, it could be clothes, it could be a house, it could be a car, it could be something you want to spend your money on. And you're trying to figure it out and trying to juggle things. But you know what? Part of me is seeing that you've got the money and the means here. With the Nine, it's all about I want to make sure. Yeah, this is prosperity. This is abundance. This is success. I mean, look at her. She's enjoying it. She has all these pentacles that she can choose from. So why is it here? How are we handling this? She's juggling this. What is it that she's trying to figure out, and how to juggle all of these things? Because here with this two, with this indecision that she's got, there's a lot of indecision going on here with whatever it is that you might be trying to decide on what you want to do with your money. It could be you're trying to decide on what you want to do with your money. It could be a trip that you want to go on, and you're trying to decide on what's the best way to spend your money on this. It's pentacles, so it's anything that you have financially or anything, and maybe it is that you're trying to prioritize something. You're juggling responsibilities. But why is that? This is how to handle it. You need to handle your business. This is about putting things into perspective, because nothing ever stays in perfect harmony all the time. And you can manage these things well. So that's what I'm seeing in here. I hope you enjoy the cards. I will be posting all of the 3 original cards that I had on here from the Sun and Moon Tarot. This lovely card referencing peace. And then our Light Seers Tarot. And then our Artist Decoded Tarot on the 4 Facebook groups that we have below. And I hope you join one or all of them. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up and a like if you enjoy the video. And don't forget to subscribe because we have lots of other things coming. I will be doing more deck walkthroughs with the tarot decks that I have and the oracle decks. I do a tarot card every other day and an oracle card every other day. So tomorrow will be a walkthrough of an oracle deck. And we have some exciting news with Judith Krause from our Sabbats, Seasons, and Tarot Spreads Facebook group is waiting for the decks to come in for her Treasure Island Tarot that she is getting ready to have go live on her Etsy page. So make sure you stay here and subscribe so you don't miss the videos, because that is an awesome deck. And if you want a sneak peek, check out the video before this to see a sneak peek of the guidebook that she has made. So again, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by and spending time with me. And I hope you have a great day and sending love and light. Thanks again. Bye.